Hey everybody, Life Treating You Good. This is Beat from 1B Games, and welcome back to some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All for the Nintendo DS. Now, before we actually get into the gameplay portion of this, I would like to just apologize really quick because, unfortunately, the episode that was supposed to go up before this one that's currently on here on YouTube, the audio recording for it got cut off within like 28 minutes of me recording it. And this was like last week when I recorded this, and it absolutely just pissed me off to the point where I, instead of going back and like re-recording it or even trying to just record the next episode, at that point I just stopped and I did other stuff. Like I literally got up, ate something, took a nap, stuff like that, and then I was like, you know what, I'll just wait till tomorrow. Then the next day I actually recorded the next episode, which you're watching now, which will be on after this portion, of course, because I was like, you know, I might be a bit salty because I lost a portion of an episode, but you know what, I'm going to make the most of this. I'm not going to let this turn into the first series again, which, by the way, we will get back to and finish soon. I do not know when, but we will. On top of that, I just bought the Danganronpa 1 and 2 combo pack on Steam, so Danganronpa 1, expect that might come back within either this week or next week, so watch out for that. And I also got Doki Doki Literature Club finally, so new LP coming in the future. It's going to be face cam with it and everything. I know next to nothing about that game, so it's going to be blind. Please keep spoilers to a minimum, to the point where there's like barely anything. I know I've seen, like, some of you who might follow me on Twitter, you might have seen me like some videos from like Etika. Those are just highlights. Those are just like two things, I think. I only saw like 2 parts, and they weren't even major things, so that's fine. But after that, I kept seeing these recommended things of Etika on Doki Doki Literature Club, and I haven't watched anything other than that lately, so that went away from my recommended stuff, which I'm super glad, because I'm not about to watch that. Even Relax, a dude who I've been watching recently, he also made a video on Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm not watching that. Phil Jared made a Let's Play, not watching that. Blah de blah de blah. I'm rambling. Anyways, how about we go ahead and get into this little, I guess I'm gonna call this synopsis. We went into the game, we talked to Powers. Powers says some stuff. After Powers, he, wait. Let me try to see how I'm adjust this up. So we went to Powers. Powers was like, tell us about the shows, the Gem and Ninja show and the Nickel Samurai show, and then he went ahead and gave us a tabloid poster. We took that, was like, yeah, hell yeah. Told us about Adrian a bit, how he liked her and stuff, blah blah blah. Went on to Old Bag, broke her locks with just one autograph. It's just so disgusting. Blah blah blah. Talk more about Adrian Andrews. Went to Lotta Hart, went ahead and broke her locks, talked about how she's trying to get the next scoop on the little thing that's going on between Adrian and Juan, apparently, that went on before Juan died, of course. And then we tried to go after Adrian, but we didn't have everything for her, so I was like, Adrian, why? So instead, we had to go back and try to retrace our steps, which is when we went back to Gumshoe's department. And we learned a little bit more stuff about what happened. Then we found out about somebody committing suicide, who happened to be Miss Adrian Andrews' mentor. Von Karma showed up, and surprise, surprise, Edgy Boy himself makes a return, to which Phoenix is blown the freak back because he thought this man died, because Phoenix is stupid, let's be honest. And he shoved Von Karma out the way like the badass that he is. I freaking love Edgeworth. Edgeworth, of course, gives us some backstory to what's going on with Adrian and tells us a lot about, well, not a lot, but tells us quite a bit about what happened to the mentor of Adrian Andrews and the suicide, and he gave us the reports, the 2 reports, and told us more about Adrian Andrews and why she's so cold and all this stuff. So yeah, that's kind of it, I think, for the most part. I was actually taking my time with it at first, but I realized it's gonna take forever the way that I'm doing this, so I might as well go ahead and half-ass it. So I did. I think that I kinda told pretty much exactly what happened, the most important parts, kinda. Probably not in the best way, but in all honesty, you guys don't really want to have me talking about it for like 15 minutes before the game even starts. So I went ahead and dumbed it down. So now I'm gonna go ahead and send the video off to Past Beat. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see Future Beat will see you in the next video. Peace. Hey everybody, life treating you good? Oh my god, that peaked. Hey everybody, life treating you good? This is Beat from 1Beat Games, and welcome back to some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All for the Nintendo DS. I apologize for literally just destroying your ears right there. I didn't expect it to peak that much, but I hope you guys enjoyed the little the summarization of what was supposed to be the episode that went up when this went up, but of course my audio recording had to stop 28 minutes in and completely eradicate that whole episode. So I went ahead and just did some thingly-doos, editing skilly-doos, and just kind of summarize what happened in that episode. So now we are going to have to go ahead and continue on, but beforehand I want to just kind of say some things on here, because I don't know if I actually said it in the summarization, because I'm recording this before I actually did that part. But after that happened yesterday, I went ahead, I made myself something to eat, because like I was about to actually go back and just go through it again, but I was like, you know what, this kind of made me upset. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go ahead and get something to eat, have myself a bit of a cry. And then after that I went ahead and laid down for a bit and just watched some clean SMTBS with Sir Lionheart. That was some clean ass stuff, my boy. And now a day later, my throat doesn't hurt that bad. I got some tea in case it does, and I got some water. So now we are ready to go ahead and continue with this. I guess we're still doing the investigation. I thought that we were going into the trial, but I guess not. Oh, you know why? Because we still have to go ahead and do the thing with Adrian Andrews. So let's go ahead and do that. By getting away from you, because I already took care of your thingamabobber. You don't have anything to hide from me. Maybe I should get closer to the mic. That's probably a good idea. Let me move the mic a bit closer. Oh, and this time I actually have it so that my Audacity is up. Well, that Audacity is up, the gameplay is up, and I can see what the recording is in the background as well. So, if at any time, for whatever reason, it just stops, I will be able to catch it. So, March 21st, Gatewater Hotel, on the guard's hotel room. What happened? Why is that cutscene? Oh, okay. What? She was here before, though, wasn't she?
Oh, Miss Andrews is here. But it looks like she's talking with someone.
That's... oh, frick. Franziska von Karma.
Miss von Karma?
What are you doing here? Shoot. Oh, well, great. Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so...
You've got some nerve following me around.
Following you?
That's you, Miss von Karma. You're the one doing the following.
Tell her, Pearls. Pearls?
You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard.
Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. I'll show you something interesting, little girl. Oh, that's what she's using. I just picked the microphone again. I'm sorry.
What is that?
An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective, and with this, I know that fool's every move. So that noise we heard was this receiver. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews! Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood?
Alright.
What were those two talking about?
Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she?
She got whipped the hell up, didn't she? Oh, that sucks. Too bad we got to break you, girl. You're gonna explain some things to me. Okay, Samus Aran. Come on. Let's get this, you and your stupid 4 locks. Your locks ain't gonna do nothing to save you. Rose Wonka Riddle murdered. If you ask me, la 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 la. That's a lie! You and Mr. Kurita had an intimate relationship, did you not?
Ah, T. A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish.
Well, it seems quite a few people bought into the story.
That's to be expected in a world full with crooks and liars.
Note to self, stay on her good side. You know what's funny? I was actually about to literally just lay back and have the mic in front of my face and just hold it, but my arms are gonna get tired and my, you know.
In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that.
I see. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone?
Me? Need to get close to Mr. Kurita? As if there was ever such a need.
Didn't you get close to Mr. Kurita for this person's sake? This person who I actually have. Finally! Celeste! What did it say about her anyway? Hold on. Was Andrew's mentor and Kurita's manager killed herself 2 years ago? Jeez. Yeah, gifted prosecutor. He disappeared suddenly a year ago. Edgy boy himself. Celeste Impacts, your mentor.
Why do you know about Celeste?
Oh! Miss Impacts. She committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Kurita's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Kurita so you could find out more about her suicide.
You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a putrid-rate, third-rate tabloid.
A slimy muckraker? What the hell even is that? What? Oh, don't mind me. I'm just gonna Google this because I'm not even sure what the hell she just said. What the hell is muckraker? What? No, seriously, what? Okay, let me just look up muckraker. Meaning one who inquires into and publishes scandals and allegations of corruption among political and business leaders. Popularized in 1906 in speech by President Theodore Roosevelt in reference to man with a muckrake in his hand, in Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress 1684, who seeks worldly gain by raking filth. Oh. Miss Andrews?
There was no mystery surrounding her death. None.
Oh, excuse me.
It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing.
Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with this, with the way her suicide was resolved. And now we're gonna play BAM! Shit! Are you serious?
Get a hold of yourself.
Huh?
If you want advice on doing yourself in, I suggest asking someone like the police.
Which translates to, go take a long walk off a short pier? Oh, you could go fuck off too, bitch. Tell me to kill myself. Fuck you. I think it's this. I think it's that, but I'm gonna save state. You see how much health I have left? Screw that. Must be out of your damn mind if you think I'm not gonna save state. I thought it was the second one, but maybe it was the... Maybe not. Maybe it's the first one. It is the first one. Okay. Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Kurita.
Juan?
And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That is why you became intimate with Mr. Kurita.
I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor. However, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others.
That's the impression you like to give. However, I don't think that's who you really are.
What?
I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impact was someone very special to you. Is this the second thing? Of course it is. Of course it is. Miss Andrews, you went through it too, didn't you?
But through what?
A suicide. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help and you live by yourself.
Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember.
However, that is all just a lie. A facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on. Why did they come out so slow?
That's...
You were independent on Miss Impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had.
Stop! When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that, I died a death of my own. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note.
You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Kurita of hiding Miss Impacts' note. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes.
What do you mean?
What topic did we start this conversation on again?
It was why was the victim killed?
Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one most likely to want Mr. Kurita dead. Because he hid her suicide note? How does that make any sense? What? If anything, she could have searched his things when he was asleep. She doesn't need to kill him to find the note. What?
Me?
Miss Impacts was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. I don't think she'd go that far, though. Don't you think that's a little too extreme? I don't know. Sometimes I don't agree with Phoenix's thinking, but maybe I'm the one who's in the wrong here. Maybe that is... No, I still feel like that's too extreme. I don't know. Even commit murder. I don't think so, but that's just me.
Murder?
Oh, wait, what? Wait, are you serious? I'm gonna need some explanations. What do you mean? Well, I'm gonna need some explanations, Adrian. What? Adrian!
It's true. I am a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small, and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that, though.
Why did I say it like that?
I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Miss Andrews! This one thing is the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret, mine and mine alone.
I'm sorry.
You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you?
Hell no, what? Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth.
After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note. And that someone was Juan Kurita. Celeste. Without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were all to get me.
So you got close to Mr. Kurita to recover her suicide note, correct?
Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it?
Well, like they say, where there's smoke... Wait, isn't that the Super Mario Brothers? No, that's Super Mario Brothers. It's that really bad CDI game.
This is it, Luigi. Remember, where there's smoke, they pinch back. Pinch. You know what they say? All toasters toast.
You know what they say? Where there's smoke, there's dinner. I'm so stupid. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about.
Pearl!
I'm sorry.
But as
for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it.
That's what I thought.
It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so...
I understand.
Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide? I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, if people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live.
Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's the always thinking type. She never says anything carelessly, it seems.
Thank you very much. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something?
What is it?
Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back.
That card. Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding?
Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag.
Is that a conch shell? All hail the magic conch! What is it? It looks like a seashell?
That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from.
You're not remembering something clearly. Sounds like it would be a rare occurrence.
Well, I must be off. I'll leave Mr. Unguard in your capable hands.
Do we have that card? No. Where the hell is that card? Is it just not? It's not even on the table, is it? Damn it, she kept it, didn't she? Oh, my back! Oh, frick! Ah! Damn, I kinda do miss it. I'm not gonna lie. I kinda do miss the headphones now, because my back is just like, ugh. But you know what? Fine, I will deal with this. It's probably better that I don't bend forward and I just kind of do it like this. I'm just gonna have to emote louder so that the microphone can actually catch my voice. So I'm just gonna be like this, and if I lose my voice, then that's my own fault. But March 21st, Gatewater Hotel hallway. Well, I think we've got it about all we can.
What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright?
Oh, Pearls. She looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all and has been walking all over the place with me today.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right?
Oh no! I'm okay. Really. I'm fine. I really am.
Yeah, you don't look fine to me. Come on, girl. We gotta go back. But first, we need to check out Corrida. Because I want to see if there's anything that has popped up recently. No. But what's that? Oh. Okay, never mind. Let's just... That's pretty much a... What he just said there in that cutscene is pretty much just an indication that, like, yeah, you're done for now, so skedaddle, but... Like I said, skedaddle, bud. Like I said, skedaddle, bud. Like I said! No, I'm just kidding. March 21st, Crying Cola offices.
So, what now? Okay, calm down.
Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive.
You mean Miss Impact's a suicide note?
That's right. She was also the one that discovered the victim's body. Clever girl. Also, I just realized something. Phoenix is that type of man to actually use the fact that she tried to go around a suicide and against her in court, which I don't really appreciate, especially after she made him promise to not, because she was going to take her own life if that happened. So this man, I'm pretty sure, I don't even remember if he does or not, but I think he does. I think he does, because we have that as evidence, so we're gonna have to use that. So... Clever girl. Uh-oh.
Ah, Mr. Nick, the trade secret.
Uh-oh. Hello? This is the law office of Wright & Co. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone. Maya! Where's Maya? As I promised, I have not come within a few feet of her this whole time.
Phew!
Which is why I suppose she is absolutely famished. What? So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost. Wouldn't you agree? Wait! Maya! Let me hear her! Very well.
That's my...
Maya! Is that you?
Sis! Ask my sis!
Maya! Maya! Damn it! You cut me off!
Mystic Maya said, ask my sis, didn't she?
Sis? What does she mean by that? I wonder who her sis is. I wonder who she could be talking about. Oh, that's right. My own mentor that's dead that Pearl can transform into, can't she? Oh! Yeah! Oh! Ow! Yes.
Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one.
Sorry. Ah! See,
Mia! I have a message from Maya, so come, ask me anything you want about her.
Girl, it's been too long since I've seen you. Ah, it's been too long.
How's Maya? She's safe. For now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems.
I'm glad to hear that she's safe. But Mia, how did you know?
As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could.
I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like this. Pretty smart of her. That's pretty dope. The kidnapper, what's he like?
Whoa, Phoenix, calm down, calm down. I'm just one person, calm down. Look at my face. You're scaring the fuck out of me, man. Come on.
Ah, tea is lit. Just like coffee.
I don't know. Apparently, Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was struck there.
And?
She didn't see the face of her attacker.
Ah.
Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her.
When you were with her? Date, time, location.
I'm starving. I could really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. And I kind of forgot her voice. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now.
Oh, wait. Oh, wow. So we're in her perspective.
What's this? It feels like there are a lot of glass bottles here. And these, they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry and not really thirsty.
Plus, you're too young to be drinking. I don't know what the age limit in Japan for drinking is.
Drat! It's locked. But this door's lock seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then click and magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that around here I could use.
The fact that she said that. I'm intentionally ignoring what's on the bottom because I know that's the end thing.
There's all sorts of things piled up here, but it's too dark to see.
Oh, well, that's pretty much it, I guess. 'Cause I don't think she can reach up there. Yep, that's the same thing. Okay, fine. We'll go ahead and take a look what you're looking at.
Huh? Someone dropped a card here.
It's the magic card again.
It kind of looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. It's a picture of a seashell, I think.
All hail the magic card.
What a strange card. Ah, that's it. The shell card. If I use this, maybe I can get the door to open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. Alright, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it! Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting, or worried.
To be continued. I'm gonna even lie, I was getting scared because I thought it was about to pop up out of nowhere and be like, where do you think you're going, Missy? Ah! I got scared. Save, clear stage, and of course. So wait, we just teleported to it? Okay. March 22nd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Adrian did it? That's what it looks like. Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. A mountain of evidence? I'm certain there is someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? Oh, excuse me. I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. I understand.
Well, it's almost time.
Yep. Mia.
We must get a complete acquittal today.
I know. I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day.
Indeed. Well, let's get going.
Oh no. It's him. This is Wright. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For myself, you must win today's trial, which is why I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world would you want to give me? You'll figure it out once the trial opens. Even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please. Wait! The kidnapper sent me a present? Mr. Lawyer Dude? Who was that? No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? I ain't Pinocchio, man! Stop that! March 22nd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 3. We don't have anyone against us, okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. Are the prosecution and defense ready? Defense is ready, Your Honor. I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? Your Honor. Oh, please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman. What? What? Oh my god, the peak levels on that. Oh my god, the levels of peakness was lit. Oh my god, that was bad. Shot?
Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about. His present. Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she disappeared, this would be to your advantage.
This is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she alright? I don't have that answer. She's alive and in stable condition. That's good. Phew. I thought he'd show up. Edgy boy! Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Franziska Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgewood, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready. Naturally. Welcome back, Edgy Poo! I missed you! Ah! Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt on guard. The court acknowledges the prosecution. Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. I have finally found a way. By this time this case comes to an end, you too will find the way. I'm sorry, I know that thing's probably overused and everyone's probably tired of this, but I mean, I haven't even done a video on VR chat yet. Come on, come on, let me at least try to make one video out of it and find a new way. But I don't even have any VR set up, so I mean, I think you could play it without it, but I think it's more suited for you to do that. But I haven't even made a video on VR chat, let alone freaking Doki Doki Literature Club. Which, by the way, I plan to do a full Let's Play on. Oh my god, that peaked too much, I'm sorry. So I was gonna say something, but it peaked, so I'm just gonna repeat it, and I'm not gonna put the mic next to my face. I plan to do a full Let's Play on it sometime in the future. I don't know if the demand is still there for it, but I know people are still Let's Playing it to this day, even though it came out last year. But I just haven't had time to do it yet. In fact, technically, Naruto probably should have been pushed back a bit to do Doki Doki Literature Club, but I mean, that's okay. I'll do it sometime in the future. Maybe in like March or something. I don't know. Now then, the prosecution would like to call first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the way. I need to stop. To the witness stand. Witness, your name and occupation. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct. For now. For now? After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. Detective Gumshoe? The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe. Hey, yes, sir! Now, I just realized their voices are really similar, so I'm gonna try to make a distinction. Because with Gumshoe, I was gonna do pal. With Edward, I'm just gonna do, now let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that.
Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight.
Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer you were struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. He found a new way. What do you not understand? Come on, fam. Okay. This is like probably the last time I'm ever gonna mention the way, unless if I see another video about the Ugandan Knuckles meme. I don't know. Bare facts of the case. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Carrera, was found dead in his hotel room, pal. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. Excuse me, sorry about that. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. Nothing at all. There's nothing with this at all. Nothing at all. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room? Yes, sir. Both the victim and the defendant went alone to their room, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Well, I'm afraid to mess this up, but, at least this is Edgeworth and not Von Karma, who would try to put as many penalties on me as possible, which would piss me the hell off, by the way. Edgy boy is not like that. He at least lets me try. I appreciate you, Edgeworth. Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony? Okay, pal. The ceremony started at 6 p.m. and ended around 8 p.m. and then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later. And that's when the victim's body was found, correct? Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period. Please continue with your testimony, Detective. Okay, their voices are too similar. I need to find a distinction with that. I need to change his voice. I don't know. The victim, Juan Carrera, was found dead in his hotel room. The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct? Adrian! Yeah. Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She's the defendant, Man on Guard's manager. She's a really pretty lady, sir. Oh, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence. When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. On Guard. Oh my god. Judge, why are you so thirsty? Stop. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. I see. And that's when she found the victim's body. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. We believe he was definitely murdered. Definitely. The cause of death. Wasn't that because Mr. Carrera was stabbed in the chest? Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Now, a real pro's attention will be drawn here to this bandana. Bandana? His bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir. Wait, what? Oh, shit! Oh! 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 I forgot. He was choked to death, wasn't he? And then he got stabbed in the chest. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Oh my god. Oh wow. Wow. I completely forgot that that was a thing. That the man got choked to death and then he got stabbed after he was dead. Jesus. Okay, wow. Ah, yes, I see. His banana second bandana. So he said banana first and then he said banana second. Okay. Alright. Then what about the knife? It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. We have a crafty murderer on our hands here. Autopsy report added to the court record. Why didn't I have this beforehand? At first we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. But then what? Detective? What did you find? And why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal. The German ninja doesn't go anywhere with his red guitar. Me and my red guitar and my animals. Riding all time, man. Blah, 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 blah. That's his theme song. That right there is his theme song. That right there. It's perfect. He demoed it for everyone. Everyone's like, that's it. That's it right there. That's your theme song. He's like, don't you think we should push one? No, that's your theme song. Okay. That right there is the thing that's gonna make this series a hit. Are you sure we shouldn't at least, like, change it up, sir? No! That's good right there! That's it right there, nigga! That's it right there, nigga! That's the best shit I've heard all day! Anyway. And we couldn't find... Oh my god. Anyway. And we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime. Oh, then how about this theory? My friend really wanted a guitar and did a crime to get it. How was that? We thought of that too, but... And all the fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims. Only the victims, huh? I see. So much for my theory then. I don't know. Remember, there was water spilt on it. I don't know. However, we later found out. What convinced you that it had nothing to do with the case? The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night. Well then, where was it? The Wright guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. Are you serious? The victim, Juan Carita, had apparently only taken the case from him, sir. Oh. So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. So that guitar case was empty even before you got to the hotel. Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all. I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Mr. Guard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing. Very well. Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter. Yes, sir. I think I found that distinction I was looking for. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Adam Guard and Juan Carita are huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. To find the, that's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's a German ninja's button. It was ripped off of the ninja costume and found in Mr. Guard's kama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. Oh, shoot. So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticking on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. Knife added. And there's this button. That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? There's this button also covered in blood. Yes, and we know that the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir. What?! Okay, I'm back. What? German Ninja's button added to the court record. All of this points very clear to the defendant, doesn't it? Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, Wright? Huh, I'll find the hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you like. Just hurry up with your usually pointless questions. Read me like a buck, he knew exactly what he was gonna do. Smart man, smart man. But in terms of popularity, Mr. On Guard won, did he not? Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? Juan Carita was always one step behind Mr. On Guard in everything. This year it seemed like he'd finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown. But Mr. Carita lost the Grand Prix in the end. That is too bad. He must have been pretty downhearted after losing. just 1 second here. Mr. Enguarde was beating Mr. Karina in the popularity polls. Well, yeah, I guess, but... Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all. Yes, I quite agree. What? Really? You agree with me for once? Well, Detective, it's not... Well, I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have no motive. Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired. No, not you too, Mr. Edward, sir. That's... I look forward to your pension negotiations. Ah, crap. No! That makes so much... Now, Detective, let's continue with the testimony. No, not my poor pension, too. Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed. Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir. What about what I was saying? Hello? Anyone? Warning, high encoding CPU usage. Lies. Lies. You just went away like a psychic. It's okay. It's just the computer's freaking out, but that's okay, too. As for evidence and eliminating button... Do you have any proof that button belonged to the victim? Huh? I don't get you, pal. Let me put it this way. I'm asking you if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off of the Diamond Ninja's costume. Huh? Or can't you tell by just looking at it? And the victim's blood is on it. Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterward. Mr. Edward, help me, sir. Alright, I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to fill this one in. Thread. Huh? The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was turned off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match. Yeah, that's it! They're a perfect match, pal!
That Tetris for you never misses a beat.
You're right, though. And here's her karma. I don't know. I like that kind of stuff. Those costumes, Japanese costumes. I kind of like that. They look dope. They look really cool. When was this button found? Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Karina. And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button. So it was almost immediately after the murder. The police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks, like some people. Hey, what is he trying to say about me here? Oh, excuse me. You know, I thought I had the voice. I don't know. I think literally as soon as I went to the bathroom, I lost the voice. How are the fingerprints erased on the knife? Huh? What do you mean, pal? By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand? Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that. I can't believe the bumbling of this department. Helpless. Were you paying attention to the testimony, right? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There was no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder. So was the defendant the owner of this knife, then? There was no way this was a premeditated murder, even if he bought the knife. Sorry, pal. This isn't just some pocket knife. It's not really useful for anything, and you can't just walk around with it either. Well, this is not good. If the prosecution could prove it was a premeditated murder, we're done for.
Phoenix.
Yes?
There was something very interesting about what the detective just said just now. Think carefully, before it's too late. A button covered in the victim's blood, and a knife with Enguarde's fingerprints. Be grateful. If the judge were more rash, he would have already pounded his gavel in closing.
We're still in a world of trouble.
Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. So let's find a weakness in this testimony, no matter how small it may be. Okay, Phoenix?
Yeah, but before we do that, we should actually go ahead and save. But then continue way after that. Something about what he said here. I'm thinking it's this, but yeah. I had a feeling. I was gonna save state, but I was like, nah. Wait a second. But what? So the basis of your argument is that this was a premeditated. So your basis of the oh my god. So the basis of your argument that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand? That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Huh? Take a good look at the handle of this knife, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Huh? It has a Gatewater seal. I can't read. It has a Gatewater seal set into the handle. Gatewater? I think I've heard that name somewhere before. That's the name of the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel. The freaking dingus. Uh-oh. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means that this murder was not premeditated. Yes, that is very true. This is a very big. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? I think whether the crime was premeditated or not, this music is freaking kicking and slamming, jamming. Oh, I love my theme song. My theme song is much better than your crappy theme song, Phoenix. Shut up! Mine's good too. Not as good as mine. Which is why I'll always be better than you, you stupid idiot. I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. Don't you know? Why did I do you dirty, man? You don't deserve it. Oh no. But I didn't. Oh. Oh no. The question is, where did this knife come from? Why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Karuda's room. You stupid judge. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. That one? Oh, that one. There's a knife and a fork on the table. Then, where in the world did this knife come from? Ah, you simple-minded fools. If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Man on Guard. Oh, I see it. Especially what was on top of his table. There is something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife? Yeah. We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Man on Guard's knife was missing. Mr. On Guard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. Damn! Edgeworth's on top of his game today. I know! Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction.
It seems like Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning.
This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. And I right-clicked. A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There was quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court.
Evidence not yet shown? He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence.
What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here,
that gavel of his will be ringing out the top, the sound of our defeat. Mr. Wright, we have something important and necessary to present to this court.
what? What is he talking about? What? What?
How? What is it? Not the suicide report. He's not talking about that, is he? Or is he talking about the transceiver? I don't know, man. Leave me alone, fam. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, I'm safe stating because I'm afraid. I think I'm supposed to say... Actually, I do? There's one piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I am giving you one chance, and only one. What the judge is saying, Wright, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us. You may now present one and only one piece of evidence, dear my lord. Now then, what is this one piece of evidence that you must show to the court? I'm guessing it's the tomato juice. Take that! This is a wine glass, is it not? Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken, his makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of that dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is the wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Well, what do you all have to say? Well, yes, it is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was! You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now! Mr. Edgeworth, what is it, Your Honor? Your opinion. You don't need my opinion, because there is no special meaning to that glass. What? Come now, Wright, you stupid idiot. It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body. Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked she set the glass down without thinking. That does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright. Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking? She doesn't seem the type to, but... She doesn't seem the type to do that without thinking. But it is possible. It's possible that is what happened. There's nothing that points to Miss Andrews not being the one who set the cup down. And if I raise an objection here, I'll only make the judge slam his gavel down.
You can't think like that, Phoenix. Mia, right now, you're hanging on by a very thin thread. How are you reading my thoughts? I don't get this at all! Anything else you can grab onto right now is better than nothing.
So in other words, push as far as we can go. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. You've turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Miss Edward, do you have any proof to back up your claim? There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. What? Oh, you stupid idiot. You're not thinking hard enough today, Wright. Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Then, of course it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints. Fingerprints?
Thanks, Mia, for sending me into a trap, girl. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it.
Fingerprints. There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass. Only one? Oh, whose were they? They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were of one Adrian Andrews. Thanks, Mia. I appreciate it, girl. I really do.
That is why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright?
Ah, I can't believe I fell into another trap. Thanks to Mia.
Right click. Miss Andrews was probably holding a glass when she went to see Mr. Kurita. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser. What you just said makes a lot of sense. Now, do you see it right? You can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well. Ah! I thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover. Wait a second. Mr. Edgeworth, I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. No, not yet. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from.
Another witness?
Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness.
What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking?
Oh, no way. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Witness, your name and occupation. Ah!
Why does she keep doing this? I don't like you, Wendy. Why do you keep coming up shooting? What is wrong with you, old bag? What is wrong with you, your ragged-haired looking ass? Why? She just makes me so mad.
G-O-T-C-H-A, gotcha!
My thoughts exactly.
My voice is going. Holes is going. Oh, this is one of the holes I stepped on, Max. Well, that's awkward. It's kind of cracked, but at least it didn't come out of the package. Oh, wow.
Hey, look, I can separate it with my head.
Okay, anyway, cough drop. I wonder what happened to that call composure he had earlier. It's like you don't remember that this man does not like this woman.
Oh, Edgy boy, it's been what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me.
I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet, it was the wicked witch of the witness stand?
I'll tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today, I'm going to tell you anything and everything. Even things that don't have to do with that terrible crime.
Miss Witness, that terrible crime is all this court needs to know.
Don't move her! What?
Shush! I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgy right now. Don't drop those scraps! There wasn't a talk, bitch. Yes, my dear. No, please, by all means interrupt her. Please!
I love you, dude.
Anyway, witness, your testimony, please.
It's true what they say that youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I'm all in at all, edgy. Now then, what should I start with?
The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Holbert?
It was a great job being able to see my dearie Juan. He was almost too much for my little heart to handle.
You mean you were a fan of the victim?
Look, everyone is crazy over that on guard saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. Fresh. But not me. I'm gonna say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in a real man, Juan Kurita.
They're the same age. Well, that's besides the point. But those two were the same age.
See? There you go.
Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night.
Very well. Please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder.
Leave it to me, Auntie Prue.
Ugh.
Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know.
I don't know, but his cough drop is it's working well.
Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye on him, and a good eye out the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. It was on guard! Man on guard! He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room. So Mr. On Guard came out from the victim's room. See? It has to be him! He's the murderer! I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Okie dokes. After we do a hard save once again. Miss Obad, what was your post on that night? The lobby. I was supposed to help set up the stage for that trifling show, but I refused to help. I'll have you know, it's for the light-headed samurai show. I even took out a few of the nails. Maybe it was a good thing the show didn't go on. You would have killed someone. Jeez. Besides, that manager with the glasses seemed to be working hard at it without me. So I thought I'd take a break and spread my rings a little. And that's when you went to hang around the victim's door? Something you were interested in? Something you were interested in? And just what was that? It's not some little thing I could just go around telling everyone, you know. It's top secret between me and Juan. And Edgy, of course. Mr. Edgeworth, what is this thing she was interested in? I have no idea. I despise gossip, Your Honor. Gossip? If this has something to do with the case, then you can append it to your testimony.
It looks like we should enforce it right now.
Another witness stay in the vicinity of the victim's door the entire time. Oh? Then would you tell us the number of people who went in and out of Mr. Corito's room? I have no idea! I peeked the microphone again. I need to stop yelling, but I'm sorry. I can't help it. I'm trying to make sure that my voice is perfectly captured, so I have to enunciate pretty loud. I wasn't born so I can count things for those who didn't pay attention in class. That's why ever since I turned 20, I quit keeping track of how old I really am. Yes, well, that would explain why your age was not recorded in the report. It really isn't either. Watch. Question mark? She doesn't even know how old she is either. That's crazy. In any case, the witness then saw someone, correct? I mean, all we have to do is figure out when she was born and figure out the year this game came out, and then we could speculate how old she is. The witness then saw someone, correct? Oh, well. Bam! Okay. We lit in a mini. Who in the world was that? I'm not allowed to say. This sort of information has to be carefully guarded from the masses, Sonny. The man that came out of Juan's room, he was? Yes, he was. Ah, I'm too scared. I can't say his name out loud. Oh, what I wouldn't give for Francisca's whip right about now. Well, I guess I can tell you, since you was such a bad boy anyway. You've already said this, so I don't understand why you're like, I'm too scared. You saw my client? Are you sure about that? Yes, he. Why? Really? When I say I saw someone, I saw that person. Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a mess like last year, I should delve into this a bit further. I like how you brought that into perspective into this. I like that. I appreciate that so much. Let's do the person's face. Please tell the court about the man's face in more detail. You don't need me to tell you about his face. That soft, gentle look in his eyes and his effeminate lips. His right eye covered by his silky hair. His sparkling, shining teeth. His teeth were shining? My shiny teeth and me, shiny teeth, shiny teeth. Well, he's shining all around in this week's pinup poster, dearie. This week's pinup? Why do you... I mean, I don't care how he looks in this week's issue. Please stay with what you saw that night. What? On Gar's face, it's the same no matter where it is. Right. Oh yes, Wright, your whippersnapper? So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way? Oh, for frick's sake. Nah. I guess it really wasn't that important after all. Mr. Wright, do you know why we say time is valuable? If not, I suggest you learn. You've wasted 3 minutes of this woman's youth. That's more valuable than gold to me. And my intelligence seems to have reverted to that of a toddler. She may not remember things or be mistaken here and there, but I don't think she's lying. That's bad for us. Really bad. But that's how the human mind is. It also has a tendency to jump off topic. She strayed onto a few interesting side topics this time too, hasn't she? But that's what makes her a sweet old lady, right? That's because you're not the one who has to question her. And we're gonna press her again. And we're gonna try to see which one is correct. So we did the first one already. So we pretty much know what happens with that one. Excuse me. Oh, in fact, actually, I should just save state on this one. Yes. Let's see what the person was carrying. What was the man you saw carrying? In which hand? Is right to his left? Now this is a real mess. I mean, I can't be expected to answer such a vague question. Indeed. Please be more specific with your question, Mr. Wright. Sorry. What was the man you saw carrying in his right hand? He wasn't carrying anything in that hand. Then how about his left? Empty. Well, this whole thing has been a lot of nothing. So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way? Wait! Yeah! How was it? If he's not carrying anything, how did he? The knife? How? What? Of course it was important, Your Honor. Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important. You don't really have to put it that way to get me to say it. That's right. There is something much more valuable than a person's pride, and that is time. Please don't waste this court's precious time with worthless questions. Yes, Your Honor. I think I just wasted his good favor. Wait! That was it though, what? Oh, that's bullcrap. Because he wasn't carrying anything on him. I thought that was correct. Okay, fine. Oh, okay, I get it this time, okay. I thought it was right because he didn't have the knife on his hands, but the clothing, if he was wearing just a comma, that would make sense, okay. Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail. What a troublesome man you are. Really, as if something like that matters. But it does. Now what was it? Oh yes, it was that thing. What thing? That gaudy thing he's always wearing. That racing jacket. Ah, he was wearing that at the detention center too. That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Men. Right. So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way? His face. Yeah, actually. Of course it was important, Your Honor. Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony is important. Don't you see it, Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket being appended to a testimony. I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright, witness, please. Ah, well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must. And I'll be right back again. Okay, I'm back. So, he's wearing his flashing racing jacket. Obviously, it's all just a show. Are you sure the defendant was wearing a racing jacket? What do you think? It's not like I've seen him in anything other than that horrible thing. I'm sure he was wearing it. She's so sure of herself that it's to the point of self-absorption. She may not remember things that we mistaken here. We'll have to present something here. That's what I thought. Miss Oldbag. What? Don't say my name for no reason! God, making me peek the microphone. Do you know what this is? Ah, it's button number 2 in the Gemini Ninja's costume. How would you...
How? Jesus Christ! How did? Now I know she's an obsessed fan. She identified it in a single glance. Give it here! Give it here! If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this. Wow, she really is a diehard fan to want a button covered in blood. I'm just ignoring that from now on, because that's just... Oh, who gave her that ray gun? She doesn't deserve the ray gun. No. This button was considered. See, it's annoying, but unlike Cade's little whistle, slide whistle that he uses in Friends Without Benefits, his whistle is funny, her ray gun's just annoying as hell. This button was discovered on Mr. Unguard's body during a full body search. See? This button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it was that rascal on guard. It was caught up in the pleats of his Nickel Samurai Hakama pants. See? And Unguard is a Nickel Samurai! Witness. Now, it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination, but just now, didn't you say that the defendant, man on guard, was wearing his usual racing jacket? I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear! If I wanted to judge me, you think I was going to go to the good effort. You would agree to see off these CDs, right? I got a zipper cord on my chest. Let me tell you, it's epic! So I went to CDs here you go. But I keep trying to roll for the kids out there. Oh, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Now look in the mirror. You're just curling. You're just he's got style. And I just started shooting. Jesus Christ. Okay. Now hold your tongue still there for 1 second. So what you saw in actuality was not Mr. Unguard, the man, but Mr. Unguard, the Nickel Samurai? But when you think about it, they're really one and the same anyway. Miss Olbeck, this is a very important point we're talking about. Can't you, Pooh? Do you think so too? Well, that might be something worth thinking about. Just say it's important to agree with me for a change. Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify. Alright, if you insist. I should be the one signed, not you. Who I saw? On guard! Yes, now remember. The Nickel Samurai, that's right, it was the Nickel Samurai I saw. Yes, it would have been inconvenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know. So he must have worn the Nickel Samurai when he was stabbing poor Juan. I knew it. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume. What? Did you think that there could have been someone else inside that costume? Don't be a bad little boy thinking such rude things. But the possibility does exist. Hi, youngins today. I told you there was no way it was anyone else. How do you know that? Because I said so. And what I say is the truth. At least she's just as delightful a witness as she was a year ago. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Who you saw in actuality? I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the cutoff point for right click for me for this at the end of this episode. So we're gonna keep going after this until this part is finished. Depending on how long that is, I might continue after that. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Peace.